Hey guys, what's happening? I have a special guest today on this episode. We're going to be talking about LinkedIn and how to engage in LinkedIn and grow your connections and your network so you guys can, gain leads and grow your design business. I am accompanied with my friend Marcin, aka Major Brandman.
Yes, sir.
He's an awesome designer and he's an
Thanks.
expert at LinkedIn. I've been following him for a while and he's a really great friend and he's just dominating on LinkedIn. So I thought it would be great if he comes on. How you doing, Marcin? Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us, how did you get into design?
Hi, that's me. Yeah, hi, I'm Marcin. I used to call myself like Major Bandman. It's all because I'm working in the branding area, design, generally creative industry, like you as well. Strategy, brand identity, blah, 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 blah. So that's the introduction.
Beautiful. Thanks so much, man. Really appreciate it. So, and how long have you been designing for, man?
I was like 8-9 years the freelance designer, so treating it as a side hustle.
Yeah.
So working in different companies, construction, HR, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and
easy.
Then treating it as a side hustle, and then now I'm running my business for 1.5 years, let's say.
Cool, dude. Love it. And you recently did a rebrand. Can you tell us why you did that?
Yeah, at the beginning of this year. Yeah, I just started working on it November last year. Why? Yeah. When we showed up, I just created some kind of identity just to exist, but I focus more on finding the clients and working for the clients itself.
Yeah.
Focusing more on the presentations of my work more. So I needed some kind of website, but generally speaking, it's like most of the industries, we provide some kind of services, but it's hard to work on our stuff as well. It's like
100%.
People who are fixing the cars, they generally have problems with their own cars. So it's like whatever you do, it works the same. So I got some messages from the friends and other designers in the area. I got some pop-ups from you as well.
Yeah.
But maybe there's something I can do with it because it just doesn't match the quality of work that I'm doing. So I was like, okay, I have to figure it out. Have some ideas for that.
Cool.
Ask the other people, what they think about this and that, because it's much better to exchange the insights about something, especially that it's sometimes hard to get to the perspective of the other person seeing your brand.
Definitely.
So that's the cool thing what happens. And I find out that I have a lot in common with our army and military stuff, especially that I got a whole bunch of text to talk about why.
Yeah, why not?
But
if it relates to you, you can use anything as an analogy or a metaphor. And I think
that's true.
Why not? You know what I mean? Like I saw, there's a guy on LinkedIn, he has Gallup branding, and then some of his services, it's like, you go full throttle. He relates it with a horse, like full throttle is like galloping, and then the other one is like just trotting or whatever. And
there's a story. So as long as those call to actions even or something, it's clear.
Yep.
But it drives some story with it. People will understand. That's why we are trying to use everything around the military base. So it's like when you jump to our website, to my website, it's like not contact us, but contact our base or something.
I love it, man.
The small things, but it's like,
it makes it playful, it makes it a bit different.
It makes sense in some scenarios. I will send you one time, or I'll post the link as well.
Sure.
I saw the really nice video. I think Ran Segal talks about it, the guy who builds the website in Webflow. He showed one time a website for some kind of marketing agency.
Yep.
Where you open it up and everything was like, this is wrong, listing all kind of things, which when you just jump to the website was like surprised, why the hell they are talking only about the things that they are doing wrong or something. And there was a small pop-up on the bottom. If you don't understand, click this one. When you clicked it, the site refresh or redirect to the proper website. That was like, okay, you read a lot of interesting stuff, but pretty crappy for your business. And then you jump to this pop-up like, if you don't understand, just check this. And then everything.
Actually, I think I remember that site. It was actually really like you can click a button and it would switch. So
and it was like 3 versions for it.
Yeah, for different types of people or clients. I thought that was amazing.
That was
so cool, man. No, it's awesome, man. Thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate it. So let's start talking about LinkedIn. So why did you start to go on LinkedIn? Was it because, were you like inspired to, or was it because you've been listening to Gary Vaynerchuk? Why did you decide to start using LinkedIn?
Yeah, Gary is the main reason, but it was like I generally started with Facebook and Instagram. Instagram was my place to go because it's basically all about imaginary. So I'm not
True.
the video guy, but I like to drop some kind of carousels or putting all the images together into one grid, which generally makes sense. But I couldn't build a good followings or good audience there,
Okay.
and I didn't have any or small business results, small inquiries, and all of them which happened there wasn't like too serious or wasn't that kind of quality leads that I would like to have. So I just looking around what is going on. And then LinkedIn is a business platform, so all the conversation which is happening there, it's totally different. It's totally different. It's like you're trying to reach some target audience, but even though you don't connect only with the folks which you generally target, when you connect with other marketers or branding specialists or pros, then the conversation which is happening there puts you in a spot like you know what you're talking about. So you can connect with other people which match your target audience through those other guys. So really good place, really nice place. It looks like Facebook, so it is easy to learn because generally we all started with Facebook, I believe.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, all the sections which are placed there, that all makes sense. The profile, the stuff that you can put on your profile generally, like work experience, skills, etc. At the beginning, these are like, okay, there's a lot of stuff to fill in, but when you do it step by step, it all makes sense and it all brings the results really.
Yeah, and I think it's worth it. Like, especially for me, when I was doing my internships and working for agencies straight out of design college, I jumped on LinkedIn straight away and I set up my profile because I knew it was a professional platform, and I knew that agencies or creative directors were actually looking. They would always ask, "Oh, do you have a LinkedIn?" And they'll look at my profile and see, okay, does this guy have referrals? You know, does he have a professional looking profile, or is it just not even existent? But it really helped me in the early days, to be honest. So I feel like everyone should have a LinkedIn profile, man.
And it was created for people who are looking for work. So
exactly.
Either when you're looking for work, you're like absolutely looking for the position, that's a good place, and B2B business.
100%.
Straight B2B, because I believe that it could be hard for some companies when they work B2C with the customers itself to do something there, because most of the people who are there, they either create a content and work B2B or they're looking for work. So if you just sell shoes or something, it might be hard for you.
Yeah, definitely. If it's like product based, it wouldn't work, to be honest.
Yeah.
And so you're on LinkedIn now and you're growing, you know, you're getting those connections and networking. What's a good way to actually connect with people and build rapport? Because, you know, we always get those spammy messages and, you know, we don't like it, especially even on Instagram or whatever, or get those like salesy DMs. Like, how do you connect with people on a personable level and actually build a genuine relationship on there?
I would say that it all depends on the place and time where you are at, to be honest, because at the beginning I just went to the platform and I had like 50 connections, only the people who I actually know. But then I realized whatever I post, it doesn't get it gets nowhere, to be honest. So I started using the search, because you can put some kind of filters there and then look for the people from marketing areas, graphic designers as well, branding areas, then just generally connect with them on a regular basis, like connect 50 people a day, just to start getting any tractions. And then people start to replying, oh, why would you like to connect with me? It helps me understand, like, okay, whatever I connect with with some strangers, they're asking like, why do you do it? So then it opens up your mind, like, okay, you just send the connection, but they don't know you. So even if you have them in your, let's say, network, they know shit about you, to be honest. So it wasn't a great strategy, but for a beginner, it was like, yeah, at least I show up somewhere. So then I get to the conclusion after talking with some marketers as well, that the best way is like start from something like I did, but then just pivot to different approach. It's like first of all, you need to engage. That's the engagement platform. So if you just push out your content and don't engage with others, it's not going to work. So first of all, not likes, comments. So just develop
All right.
1 or 2 hours per day and comments on other people's posts, and most important, comment on other people comments, because then they can see you. So the good strategy might be, or I believe it is, commenting on people. So you will just engage with them and then follow them. Don't send them connections right away.
Okay.
Just follow them.
Yep.
And after they see you a few times at least, they already kind of know who you are or what you have to say. They will connect with you, or either you will connect with them. It's like whatever you try to sell, it's like when you just push the emails to the strangers, they will be like, okay, who the heck is that? But when you try to retarget and put the ads in front of their faces, and then you send them the email, it's like, okay, I saw him somewhere.
Yeah. No, it's cool. But are you commenting on people that you know, or is it just like randoms, or is it people in your industry? Like what, who are you actually commenting on?
Okay, I am trying personally swap it or divide it to 2 pieces. So first of all, I'm following some hashtags. So whatever happens with hashtag new business or branding or startups, something pops up in my feed. So I just look at it, scroll, put some likes. If there's something that I can actually talk about, not commenting like, yeah, very nice or something, I just jump into the conversation and just write a comment. If you follow me for some time, you can see that my comments are not less than 1 sentence. So most of the times I'm trying to use long comments. So it's like when I even try to read them before clicking enter, it's like I just read it to the half and okay, rest should be good, because it's already too long to read. But people are like, they see that you're putting something to the table. So that's the one thing, commenting on
good
the
advice,
posts
man.
you find through the hashtags. So those are the targets that you aim, or the things that you're interested in. And the second one is, you're gonna see all the comments that the people who you are connected with on your feed as well. So when you're connected with the people who actually engage and put a lot of content and put a lot of comments daily, you see those posts and those activities of theirs. So then you just, okay, I jumped to the feed and I see, okay, Jeremy commented on some nice post, and I can say something too. So I just jump to the conversation, put a comment underneath the post, put a comment in your place, and tag other people who I think might bring something to the table. That's
really good tip, man. I think the tagging thing is really good. I know on Instagram there's a tagging feature which people tag, but I feel like some people are abusing it a bit too much.
Yeah,
and
they overuse. So it's like when you got like 50 notifications that you're tagged somewhere, it's like annoying, first of all, and second, you will miss it.
That's right. It's true.
And it makes no sense to tag the people who doesn't have something in common with the post. So
correct.
At the beginning, you will tag everyone.
Exactly.
Just to be seen.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's like when there's a post about the graphic design, I generally tag you. I tag Greg. I tag
of course, because we have a relationship, friendship.
Yeah, exactly. And
we're related
they
to the
have
post.
something to say.
Yep.
But if there's something about marketing, okay, I might think, okay, maybe you will find it useful. I will tag you. Maybe somebody else will find it useful. I will tag them. Or maybe I got some new connections, because I aim, let's say, food and beverage companies. So maybe I got a new connection with the founder of some brewery, but he might find this tip useful. So I just tag him. So it's better to tag more people and then apologize if they don't like it than not tagging people at all. But there's always balance in it. So you will feel it after a while. After you see that somebody is tagging you, you will kind of know it.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. You mentioned hashtags, and obviously I use hashtags on Instagram. I think you can use like up to 30 on Instagram. But on LinkedIn, I think it's a bit different. Like, how do you use your hashtags, especially when like you're doing content and stuff? Do you like spam a whole bunch of hashtags, or do you research it, or like what do you do about it?
I did it at the beginning, so I always used like at least 10 at the beginning. But I saw that it's not the search or the bar which is showing after you put the hashtag. It doesn't work like in Instagram, so you cannot see constantly how many people follows this hashtag or how popular it is. So it was like the game. Okay, maybe I try this hashtag or not. But then I realized, after probably seeing some YouTube video and talking with some marketing folks, which I'm talking with, that they say don't overuse it, because on LinkedIn it's like the algorithm sees the first three. So after that, it's like it's not going to show you everywhere. And
Yes.
if you use the hashtag which nobody will engage with by, so nobody will engage with your post by searching that hashtag, you kill your post. So it's easier to use the ones which generally bring you something. So if you get to the spot when one of your posts gets trending by LinkedIn,
Yep.
you will know that using the same hashtag in the next post and going with the flow, let's say,
Yep.
will bring more and more engagement. So
Yep.
I generally use like 3, sometimes 4 hashtags if those sounds relevant to
Yep.
the stuff that I'm posting.
I
And
think a good
it goes
hashtag.
really.
I think I saw you were trending in branding. I think that was a good
Yeah,
hashtag that
I
you
was
used.
being big. Okay, it's like I was some pretty often time
It's
trend
good. Why not?
there
Yeah, it's
at the
facts,
beginning,
man.
when it's like when your following and connections grows,
Yep.
you are on the top. So when it's like you receive 50 or 100 connections per day, you are on top, and LinkedIn sees like, oh, okay, he's the guy that everybody wants to connect with. So then they're pushing your content out.
Yeah. Nah, that's
So
awesome, man. It's
that's a
really
good
good,
thing.
really great tips, dude, on LinkedIn. A big thing on LinkedIn is LinkedIn groups. I feel like on Facebook, I've actually gotten leads and stuff like that from Facebook groups, and I feel like it's
Yeah.
really intimate place. LinkedIn also has groups as well, and I've seen you utilize them pretty well and get featured and had conversations with people. So, what's your tips and advice for people, like if they want to, what's the best way to engage with those LinkedIn groups?
Building relationships, because generally I have joined a few groups at the beginning as well, and I just like the post, comment some of the posts and put some of my posts over there, but there wasn't too much traction over there. But I believe that it's all about the size of the groups, because it's at the beginning you see the group with like 11,000 people and you want to join it, but at the end there are a bunch of folks talking about everything, so nobody
Yeah.
sees you.
Yeah.
So at the end I stopped joining the new groups and stopped engaging there. Sometimes I just jump to it because it just pops up on my feed when somebody new posts something. I prefer joining the groups which somebody refers me to. So it was like I joined the SPN group, that's the Service Professional Network, and I joined the EARN group. I don't remember full name, but it's all about the referrals. So people
Yes.
are
Yes.
like introducing themselves. So you don't post in the group, but you just schedule the interview with one of the
Yeah. Yeah. I
admins or
saw that. That
moderators,
was actually really cool.
and then they are recording the full interview, explaining who you are, what you do, etc. Because then other people, you don't want to scroll through the group and read every single post, because it will take like a few hours a day
Yep.
just reading and searching for content.
Yep.
But then you see like those videos have like 2 or 3 minutes maximum. I generally the one which I recorded with Bernie was like 2 minutes, I think. So you just watch it and then you know at least who that person is. So even if you don't want to connect with them or you don't want to make a business with them, when you hear that somebody needs that kind of services, you can refer it to, especially that you saw that person, so you know what kind of personality it has, how they talk. It's like much easier to understand
I
how
love it,
this
man.
guy is like working. So
Definitely.
yeah,
And they get a taste to see who you are, like your personality and stuff. No, I think that's awesome. So from a design perspective, like obviously you're mostly on LinkedIn. Do you find that it's good from a you run your own business as a designer? Do you find that it's actually useful for generating those leads and getting clients, or is it just mainly just to build your brand awareness?
I believe in both. It builds brand awareness a lot, but on the LinkedIn, the important thing on LinkedIn is, let me just put off the notifications. The important thing on LinkedIn is like, do not pushing only the content about what you do. It's like, that's the thing which Gary Vee is saying.
Yep,
He's not talking about his services. So
that's
I
true.
see that generally the best traction on LinkedIn goes to the posts about entrepreneurship, about business, generally speaking. You can
Yep.
put some insights through your eyes as a designer or brand expert, but it's generally more about business itself, because I believe people would like to connect with you more, not because you are a designer, but more because you know how to go with the business itself. You know how to run it. You
Yep.
you know some kind of advice, or you heard something somewhere and you just transmit it 100%. So I saw that it works much better.
Yep.
And even the inquiries, which I didn't have a lot yet because I have only 1,300 connections.
Yep.
So there are folks like having thousands of them.
Yeah, it's true. Thousands.
But whatever conversation I start, it just makes sense. Even if it doesn't finish in a deal, it's like I stay in contact with those folks. So they send messages every some time. We just endorse our skills, or you just give them some kind of
endorsing skills is a good tip.
Advice about anything.
Yeah, that's
so
what I
every
do.
time when somebody connect with you and they do something wrong, you just tell them, "Hey, guy, very nice, but don't sell to me." In place of selling right away, just do this and that, and that builds like, okay, this is the guy who wants to share the advice. So
yeah, I've gotten some people from like India. They like sent a template thing, or I got a message from someone one time, and it was like a virtual assistant from the Philippines, and I'm like, I don't want to talk. Like, I understand it's like automated and they're running a business, but I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to the person that I assume I'm talking to. You know, so that put me off.
Like
it put me off.
A lot of people are spamming. So, but I did that at the beginning as well. I just sent the messages. I just created one template, and I still have template if somebody send me something and I want to, let's say, reply in a quick way, especially if you have like 50 messages open.
Yeah.
But
what is it? What does your template say? Because I have one as well. But mine's more, I'm not selling or anything. I'm just about like, oh, hey, glad to connect with you. And I say like, I'd love to get to know you a bit more. I'd love to chat or jump on a call or something. And then they share a bit about them and they're like, oh, cool. And then what do you do? And then I'm like, oh yeah, I actually do design and stuff. And I help small, medium-sized businesses. And they're like, oh, cool. I might have someone in my network. Let me connect you. And then they just do it freely. I didn't even ask, you know?
Yeah, because you can feel if somebody wants to sell something to you. And what I believe in templates is like, it's good to write something about yourself. So I always put the first message like, thanks for connecting, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I would love to, teach from each other and share some insights about specific topics.
Yeah.
If you like, you can see my posts on here or there, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
But what I believe in templates is like, it's easier to write the introduction. So if somebody replies on any message that you send them at the beginning, if they reply on it, then it's like, okay, it's really nice to connect with you, but I didn't have a chance to introduce myself better. And then you can drop the text which you created, because typing all same info all the time,
you got to adjust it. You got to tweak it.
It's all the same. You want to tweak it, put a name or do this and that, or sometimes somebody engage with your post before you send them the message. Then it would be nice to put it there, like, okay, I saw your engagement, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that is nice. I saw something special in your posts which I really liked. So those are the kind of small, it's not like the full template, but you have some parts that you can copy and paste in between the messages.
Yeah, I think that's really, really key, because you want to save some time, but also don't just make it too like a robotic, you know, add some
because
personality.
You don't want to get those messages, so you don't want to even send them.
Yeah, 100%. So from another design perspective, when you post, do you like post your portfolio work up there? Is it worth posting branding up there? Because I know there's a lot of creatives that are shifting to LinkedIn now, and they probably assume it's like Instagram, but it's a bit different. So do you feel like it's worth it posting your projects and your brand projects? Does it get traction, or what's your opinion?
LinkedIn is totally different, totally. And what I found based on my experience, when I post only the projects, there was some traction, but it was hard to understand why does it happen or it doesn't happen. It was like I post, let's say I got the identity project, so I split it through the parts, post one time the carousel with small caption, then I just post one image with the long caption. But it's like people see something, and if they are not interested in that kind of things, or they don't need it in particular time, they will won't engage. So I found out that the best is just generally create a content about entrepreneurship, like I said, and just drop from time to time the project in between. And that brings a lot of engagement, especially that if you have people who engage with 1, 2, 3 of your posts, one after another, and then you just drop something, but you don't drop it like, okay, we did this and that, we are awesome, blah, blah, blah. If you like to work with us, contact us. But what I used to do is like whatever I create, I just put it there. I tag some designers asking about, hey, if you have some critique for me, just drop it here. Just drop those bombs. I would love to hear it. And maybe somebody will join it and say something else. And then you can tag other folks like, hey, look, we have created something, but I will much appreciate your opinion about it rather than getting to connect just to make a deal or something. So just put them in between. So it's like,
yeah, I like that.
everybody is talking about how you should post generally on creative content. Is like, talk about them 3 to 4 times about what your audience would like to talk about, and then from time to time, every fourth or fifth post, just put something that you are doing, because people would like to know you as well, not only see and talk every time about the things that they would like to talk, but it's like general conversation. You just walk to the room. First of all, you ask the question about, you like fishing? Okay, let's talk about fishing. Yeah. Then you just drag information, this and that. And at the end, they say, okay, but what about you? So if you just pivot from this conversation, it's like, that's the shady guy. He's asking a lot of questions, but not talking about himself. So it's like, just read Dale Carnegie. Yeah. How to make friends and influence people. That's a great book. So
yeah, no, I think that's key. It's a little different to Instagram, so we've got to adapt and shift a little bit. On your profile, obviously you have a really nice banner, you have a nice display picture with all your branding, and like you have a very descriptive bio. And I feel like in LinkedIn, just like Instagram, how you have a bio, I think it's very important what you put on that headline. That's very like clear. So what is your advice or tips when dealing with when someone first goes on your page? Like what's some good things to put on your headline, your title, and your banner?
When it comes to bio, what I believe and what I heard from others as well, it's like talking about what you do, because if somebody lands on your profile, it means that they are looking for something, either get to know you better or either understand what are you doing business wise. So generally talking what you're doing and how you do it, and don't forget about CTA. The best is on the top.
Call to action, buzz.
Yeah, because generally people don't have to click that small thing, read more, because when they just land on your website, and if you have like nice profile picture, the professional one, or looking like you do the business, and you have the cover image with listing of some of your services, or if they can see you in action or something when you're a speaker, then they can have general idea what are you doing. So maybe they don't need to read full bio, let's say, at the bottom. But if you tell them like, okay, we fixed this and that problem, and you put your value proposition over there with the link, or you cannot put links, but with the contact detail, your email or phone number, bam, that's something. We have to remember that you can put media as well in the bio. So it's good to put some videos. If you are a creator like you,
that's a good idea.
You exist on YouTube, just put one link, like introduction link for something. You can put your website in it. Just try to create the thumbnail which fits there, which will attract somehow. Like I have found in one of the profiles, one of the guys, like he has a thumbnail meeting with me, and I use the same in my profile. When you have a look on it, it's like there's a small thumbnail, connect with me, and when you open it up, there's a link to if you want to book the generally talk with me like 15 minutes. So those are the things which, okay, I see the email, I know what this guy is doing, but okay, if I want to book the meeting, I don't have to jump to the website. There's like button over here. So those are the good things. Another good stuff is like it is really important to think about what you want to put. I don't know how you call it. Underneath your name, there's a small tagline or something.
Because you've got different approaches. It's like a title, like you got the headline and then the title.
Yeah, and there are a lot of different approaches to that. Most of the people I see that they are just put their position.
Yep.
But it all depends.
You don't have to do that. I feel like you don't have to do that. You can put something
else. I would prefer to know what those folks are doing. So it's like when you put, I help this and that kind of companies buy this and that. That's much better. If you have some catchy subline or some catchy text that you can put there, it attracts more people. And you can put pretty long, many characters there. Like it's like, I don't know, 100 or 150. I would have to check it. but you can put something catchy in the beginning and then do the slash and say, okay, I'm founder of this and that company, or I'm doing branding or marketing. Because if you just put the company name, yeah, that's for the identification. So if you work for the big brands, you can put I work in Nike or Apple, and that's fine. But yeah.
No, I think it's really key that you understand your niche, because then you're going to translate your messaging onto LinkedIn and on all those social platforms. And the more distilled and simplified you are, then you can put it there and fit it in, and it'll be, you know, easy when people see your
it
profile.
has to be clear. It has to be clear.
100%.
A lot of people are telling that you need to put the strategic keywords there, but you can mix it, because you can put a specific message over there. But if you don't use the word which other people will look for or search for, yeah, you are shooting in the dark.
Yeah,
that's my quote. That's my quote. Yeah, I shoot in the dark.
That's a good one, bro.
Hey, I have another one thing. If I just have to pop up,
go for it.
I have it in mind. When it comes to the messaging, I found out that a lot of people are using audio really and video. Sometimes it feels creepy when you just connect with someone, they will send you video right away.
Are you talking about in the message, like the
messages
private? Okay,
itself.
the DMs.
Yeah, especially if you are the person who is showing yourself, your face, like picturing yourself in the post or recording videos, they kind of see you already. But as an introduction or something with the connection, so when you connect with somebody, you engage with their post, etc., and then when you send them the audio message, that's something I received a few times, and I was like, okay, I just sent them invitation to connect, say who am I, and then I got the audio message with, oh, okay, hi Martin, blah blah blah. Is it the good way I pronounce your name or something? It's kind of funny already. It brings you closer to the person. They say like 2-3 words, I would love to connect, or jump on a Zoom call one day if you have time in the future. Send something like this. It's
how does it make you feel though? Because from my experience, I had one guy who did it, and it was like a very short, like 5-second thing, and it was like, oh, hey Jeremy, hope you're having an amazing Friday, have a good weekend, and he just turned it off. Like it was weird. Like, but he also called me as well on my phone. This is a guy based in Australia.
But I believe
it was just a bit weird, bro.
Yeah, jumping too close, it's a bit weird. Yeah, but it's like whenever you connect with somebody and they will send you that short message only, I believe it's, for me, it's that's nice thing, because I feel it's not sending the spammy messages, but they took time, few seconds to record it. Probably most of the people record it, hear it, something went wrong, bump it again. So they took time for it. So they tried to pronounce the name, and not like I received many messages like, hi Marvin. I said, I don't even reply. I said, call me however you like. I don't give a damn about it anymore, but it's like, please try.
Out of sin.
Yeah.
And are you sending audio message out? Because I do it on Instagram, and like it works on Instagram. People love it. Like, wow, wasn't expecting that. Thanks so much for sending a message. But I haven't done it on LinkedIn, to be honest. So I might start doing it. But like, are you actively doing it? You haven't started.
I'm not doing it yet. No, I still have going with my own voice. So whenever we talk, it's fine. But when I hear my voice, or when I sometimes create some kind of content with someone, we record each other, and then I look at the video and I hear myself. It's like,
your English is fine, bro.
I just don't like my voice, even my own language. When there was a speaking event or something, and I have to talk to the microphone, it was like, is that really me?
And I think it would be good to actually like say, oh, hey, it would be cool if you can jump on a Zoom call, because I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I actually jumped on a Zoom call with some guy that connected with me. I'm like, yeah, cool. Let's just try this out, right? And then he was from another country. And then he wasn't too salesy, but he was like, we're just talking like what he does. He's working on this project. It's like, it's called Wikita. It was like not Wikipedia, but it's like it's like another version of it. It was weird. But anyway, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, interesting. And then he's like, oh, what do you do? I'm like, oh, I do design. Obviously, we didn't need each other's services, or didn't, relate much. But I guess just jumping on that call was like kind of cool. And it was like, it was genuine.
It brings you closer. It shows that you're open. And especially for, I don't know, is that the reason, but especially for me, like, I'm not native English speaker, or I'm not living there, etc. So just connecting with more people, getting used to different accents, see different cultures, see different challenges, it opens up your head. So I was approached as well a few times with a question like, let's jump in a Zoom. So I had some calls, like we talk literally like 5 minutes. It was like, okay, what are you doing? I'm doing this. It's nice to meet you. Whenever you find time, blah, 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 this and that. And you just like, you create a space in your calendar. You just sit, prepare. I'm going to talk with someone. You just exchange like 3 minutes of conversation. And then it's like, that was nice. Then you stand up. It's like, hey, I met a new guy.
Correct.
I wouldn't find anything like anybody like this here locally. So
it's true. It's true. It makes a difference. The only thing is I find that's a bit challenging though, is like, obviously you might meet someone that you might need their services later on, right? So how do you keep up with that? Do you write it down in a spreadsheet? Do you just take the email down on notes? Like, what do you do?
I did the spreadsheet at the beginning, but then I found out I don't have time for it. So in place of doing it in a, let's say, shitty way, it's better to not do it at all.
Okay.
So the good thing, what I see is when I exchange messages with the people who I engage with by commenting their posts, I remember about those guys because it's like they show up in your feed. So it's like they show up in your feed. So even if you have to scroll like 200 messages, 200 introductions on your messages tab, you will remember about them. So it's like sometimes you want to tag somebody in your post and some names you start remembering. So then you don't have to search who is that guy or something. And it's really good when you just jump and send the message once upon a time to someone. Just LinkedIn makes the good thing when somebody starts a new position or has a birthday, they give you the pop-up. So in place of putting the comment on their feed, just send them the message. Hey, this is that. Bam, congratulations. And then they will pop up and they will, let's say, raise in the line of your messages. So then whoever is going up, it's like, okay, we have exchanged a few messages already. I still remember about the folks. So
no, that's really, I think that's really cool, man. It's really cool how you mentioned that. So if someone was, maybe that's a designer or maybe it's someone that's, just finished college or something, what would your advice be to them for them starting a LinkedIn profile?
Being open. That's the most important thing. Just don't be ashamed that you're looking for work, because a lot of folks have a problem with that. It's about self-esteem. I had a problem as well. Whenever I talk about my business, people approach me. It was like, yeah, I can tell them that I had many clients. Who cares? It's like, I even put the post like, hey guys, I struggle with finding the clients. That they see you're open, you're generally
transparent,
human.
Honesty.
Transparency
honesty wins, man.
They would like to talk with you because you have some struggles, I have some struggles. Maybe you find solutions for mine and we do the barter with it.
I like that.
Whatever. So the being open and following the people who are talking about the recruitment. There are a lot of folks there.
There's
I'm not going to put the names.
I get messages from them as well. Like, oh, you're looking for a job. I'm like, no.
I got some inquiries as well.
Because it's full-time. It's typically like a full-time or intern. It's not really freelance. Sometimes it is, but it's rarely.
That's true. But for those who are looking for work, just find the other people who are talking about it, because a lot of marketers are talking about building the brands, or they are talking about how to create a CV, resume, what to say when you go to the interview, etc. So there are many posts up there. So in place of only focusing on your profile, just make it good, make it consistent, put as much info as you can, and then just engage with those posts. And there are many groups over there who are helping with other people. There's like the Project Help You Grow, made by Ira Bowman. Is a cool guy. He has a website where you can literally look for work in the States, and it's free. But he's connecting with, he's got like, I don't know, 30 or 50,000 connections.
Oh,
and he just putting that. If you're looking for work, just send him a message. Hey, Ira, I'm looking for work. He will send you to his website.
That's awesome.
Connections. And it's the same, like if somebody connects with you, don't disregard or cancel the connection invitation because they are not the CEO or something. I got many connections, like somebody just finished college. First of all, maybe you will help them in some way. Second, maybe they will be CEOs in the future. Maybe they know somebody. You don't know. You never know. Especially if somebody is like engaging and they're really kind. It's like you don't cancel your friendship because somebody is not the boss. Everybody's helping the other people. It's
Yeah.
really
Love
platform
it.
for open mind people. Really.
Yeah, that's it. And everyone's trying to help each other out. No, I think that's awesome, man. Well, as we start to round off, is there any other tips do you feel like we need to cover or you want to share about LinkedIn?
I think there's one thing that pops up in my mind. What I heard a lot and what I experienced as well is like LinkedIn, like I think any other platform, doesn't like to drag or drive people out of the platform. So
Yep.
if you have a video on YouTube, just post it on LinkedIn,
Yes,
not
natively.
put
Okay.
the links, not put the links. So especially when you have the blog post or something, what I used to do and what
Good
I heard
tip.
from the other folks, what is good to do, what won't kill your engagement for the post is like put some details, attract within the post, within the image, etc., and then put the link in the comments. A lot of people are pushing away the content, the post itself, and they editing it after 48 hours and put the link then. So if somebody's interested, I did that as well at the beginning. I had some resources to download for free with the brand strategy, let's say worksheet. And I said, like, if somebody's interested, just drop me a message. And people like were sending you messages, and it was like, hey, can I have a link? Yeah, no problem. Bam, paste. And then I just even put the information in the post. Okay, the link will be in the comment, because that won't kill your engagement at all. Because otherwise the LinkedIn algorithm sees that, okay, there's a link, they shorten it up to have the linked in the link itself, but it still takes people away from the platform. So it's the same about blog posts. If you have the blog on your website, you have some blog posts, just create the articles from them and put them directly on the LinkedIn. The more is there, the better it is, especially that when you just open the Google search, if you have time now, and put your own name or put my name and my business name. The first you will see probably your website, and second of all will be the LinkedIn or Behance. So the more places you are,
Behance. Okay.
yeah, there will be Behance, Dribble, Clutch probably, and
Instagram.
and LinkedIn.
Cool.
So if your profile has more detail about you, if you put more articles, more posts,
I can see it. Yeah,
it's much. You can have more chances to be seen when somebody searches something on Google.
Yep. No, I think
So
that's
LinkedIn have really great position over there. So
yeah, I think that's awesome, man. No, such great tips, dude. And I'm gonna start applying some of those. But yeah, I believe like you should be dominating every platform, because as I had a post the other day talking about presence, you need to have a digital presence. So the more, the more information you put in your profile, it's going to show up on Google, and it's going to help professionals find you and get a higher chance of getting clients. But it's awesome,
100%.
man. I have one more question. If if your 18-year-old self, what advice would you give to yourself?
To be open, have more courage, and really be open-minded. It's like that's a pretty scary word, let's say, and can have different meanings, but really connect with other people. People would like to share ideas, experiences. It's like when you're a graphic designer like we are, and you admire some kind of company, just reach out to those folks. Just invite them for coffee if you are in the place. If not, just send them a nice message that you follow them up. People love to engage. It's like whenever you have to understand that they got a lot of direct messages, so probably they're busy and they feel a lot of them are spammy, but they read them as well sometimes. So it's like when you write something meaningful, you can be sure that they will answer it. You can be sure. It's like the same applies to Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. You can send the audio message. So be open and try to connect with people, especially when you tell them why you want to do it, what makes you follow them or something. And if you share your struggle, hey guys, I'm running the branding agency as well. I follow you because you do a great job, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you have some advice. Or I just send a few times a message like, hey, I don't want to waste your time, but at least accepting my connections can move a needle for me because I can see your content. So I can learn by that. So it's like passive learning. I don't have to waste your time, but I see what you are doing. So that's like, it's not copy and paste, but it's like mirror and match. So you know what to do. So just being open. really.
Awesome, man.
And that's
Be
a struggle
open.
for a lot of us.
Be
Yeah.
curious. Yeah, I know, it's especially with people, the low self-esteem, or they feel like they're imposters.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, a
hard.
lot of young
It's hard to
designers
build.
face that, but
Yeah.
yeah, for me, like, I didn't really face that as much, because it's all about mindset and your belief
Yeah.
systems and the information you're receiving. But we can all be confident, man. We can all run our business to be confident in what we do. You don't have to be shy. It just takes practice and just engaging, man. And
That's true.
being open, be willing to learn and listen to others that have gone before you and experienced, and just do what they tell you to do. Take action.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you'll be on the right path.
That's true. Everybody has a story behind. So the
Yep.
more people you talk with, you exchange the experiences, then you know that, hey, they have a
Yes.
story as well, but they overcome that. So
Yes.
if you won't go out, nothing's going to change. So
That's right. Yeah.
everybody has something.
You got to get out there, man. Nah, awesome, bro. Thank you so much for your LinkedIn tips.
You too.
Loved it. It was really great. And you're going to keep growing, man.
Help some.
Yeah, you're definitely going to help some people. But where can they find you, dude? I know you're on Instagram and LinkedIn, but yeah, where can people find you, man?
Generally, I was trying to use every single platform, but I would love to focus on LinkedIn itself. That they can find me by my name, Martin Zzymek, RZYMEK, or by typing MRZ. It's like my initials, M from Martin, R and Z _ Brandman. So
awesome, man. I'll
I'm
put your links
mostly
in the description
there.
as well.
That's nice, man. That's nice. Super.
Hectic, man. Well, thank you so much, bro. Appreciate it.
Great.
Hope you have an awesome week, and I'm sure we'll have another call soon. So chat to you soon, dude. Take it easy.
Bye. See you. Thanks. Take care, guys.